On Thursday, February 26, students of Jawaharlal Nehru University held a long march to protest against what they call growing attacks on public education and student rights. Today, 27th February, 14 JNU students, including JNU SU office bearers and AISM students, have been sent to Tihar jail after being produced before a judicial magistrate at the Patiala House Court. After this arrest, the student groups in JNU have called for a total strike at JNU in protest against Vice Chancellor Shantishri Pandit. The march was organized by the Jawaharlal Nehru University Students' Union along with several student groups. The plan was simple: walk peacefully from the JNU campus to the Ministry of Education and submit their demands. But students say the march did not go as planned. According to student leaders, soon after the march began from Sabarmati Dhaba around 3 p.m., heavy police force was deployed across the campus. The main gate of JNU was barricaded and sealed. Police forces were stationed every few meters. Students alleged that when they tried to move forward, Delhi police used force to stop them. JNU SU office bearers told The Wire that several students were injured during the police action. They also said that many students were detained and taken to Kapasheda and Sagarpur police stations. Women students were among those injured. Before the march began, JNU SU President Aditi Mishra explained why the students were protesting.
JNU-SU का आज 26 फरवरी का एक कॉल था मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन को लेकर। हमारी मांगे क्या हैं? हमारी मांगे हैं कि यूजीसी इक्विटी रेगुलेशंस को रोहित एक्ट के तर्ज पर लागू किया जाए। हमारी मांग ये है कि हमारी कास्टिस वाइस चांसलर शांति श्री धूलीपुड़ी पंडित को उसका इस्तीफा मांगा जाए, क्योंकि वो ये समझती हैं कि ब्लैक्स एंड दलित्स आर परमानेंटली ड्रग्ड विद विक्टिमहुड। हमारी ये भी मांग थी कि जिस तरीके से पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज को क्रम्बल किया जा रहा है फंड्स काट कर, वो फंड्स हमें वापस दी जाए।
Aditi Mishra said instead of listening to students, the university and police turned the campus into what she described as a cantonment with barricades, water cannons, tear gas and reproduction force on standby. Around 4 p.m., students tried to move past the barricades at the main gate. That is when detentions began. Scuffles broke out between students and the police. JNU SU Joint Secretary Danish said the march was peaceful, but police blocked the gates, locked them and deployed around 500 to 700 police forces. She alleged that when students broke the locks and started marching, police carried out a lathi charge. Many students were hurt, women students were dragged and some had their clothes torn. Danish also claimed that at least 50 students were detained and taken to Kapashera police station. She alleged some people in plain clothes were also seen beating students along with the police. Many injured students did not receive any medical help. This protest comes days after another rally on campus. On February 22nd, students held a Samta rally against the Vice Chancellor's remarks. After that rally, clashes broke out between two student groups. Left student organizations accused members of Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad linked to the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh of pelting stones. The university administration later filed cases against JNU-SU office bearers over the protest. After this, JNU-SU announced the February 26th march. The JNU Teachers Association has also condemned the police action. In a statement issued on February 22nd, JNU Teachers Association said that the use of force against students was brutal. It said several students, including women, were injured and many were detained, including two JNU-SU office bearers. JNU Teachers Association also raised serious concern over reports that women detainees were taken to unknown locations and faced mistreatment. The teachers' body demanded the immediate release of all detained students, action against the officials involved, and the removal of police forces from JNU gates. As of now, students say they remain firm on the demands and will continue to protest peacefully. Read the full report by Atul Awale on thewire.in.